That switch must... The windows are...
Dobra, ja musiałem aż tutaj po prostu...
Dexter contacted...
Yes. He sent me an email with her photograph. That may sound careless, but we have a very secure system here, and of course, everything is password protected.
Did you tell anyone about the email?
No. No, of course not.
Were you alone when the email arrived?
Yes, well, my PA was in the next room, as always. My girlfriend, Dominique. She was here that day. In fact, after I read the email, I realized it was time to break things off with her.
Why didn't you mention this earlier?
It's not relevant. I never told her about Helene or anything else related to Moebius. I wouldn't do that.
So, you read the email and then, what, called her in here to dump her?
No. She came in here maybe 20 minutes after I'd read the email. I told her that our relationship was over. I just said it was for the best.
And then what happened?
She was in tears. She asked to have a few minutes to herself, so I stepped out for a short while.
You left her alone? With your computer?
It was only for a few minutes, and she wouldn't have looked at my computer. She was upset. Besides, I always lock it when I leave the room, and she doesn't have the password.
Always?
Always. Look, I want to find Helene more than anyone. But Dominique had nothing to do with this. I'm certain of that.
I want to see that email.
I don't think so. I told you, I'm sorry, but I...
Would you mind closing the blinds? The glare is distracting.
Very well.
No matka, okazało się, że ten rozdział zawiera już dwa błędy i byłem tego niestety przykładem.
I can see his screen with the blinds drawn. About that email from Dexter.
Yes?
With the blinds. Where were you when you got the email?
Right here in this office.
What did you do after reading it?
I looked at the photo for a while, and reread the email several times. It was hard to believe that the search for her was finally over. That I was looking at my future wife. She's a very beautiful woman. And then I emailed Dexter back, asking him to send me more details as soon as he had them.
I want to see that
I don't think so. I'm sorry, but I don't see how it could
I can see his... Senator Stephen... He's sitting right there.
No dobra, no.
About that email from Dexter.
Yes?
With the blinds...
Dobra.
Got it. His password is 1470. I need to get Markham to leave the room so I can use that password. I'm sorry to trouble you, but might I have a glass of water?
Of course. I hope you don't mind a bottle.
Ah, thank you. Would you mind asking your PA a question? It's probably best if you go to his office to do it, if it's just the two.
What do you want to know?
Were there any repairmen in the office that week or the week prior?
I'll ask.
Dobra. Ten moment, chociaż taki jest taki trochę niepewny, to już udało się raz zrobić, więc trzeba będzie zapisać po tym, jak już odczytamy, bo...
The computer is part... That's the email Dexter... This email was forwarded.
Dobra. Przez nas, czyli ona...
What are you doing?
The email from Dexter about Helene. It was forwarded from your inbox.
What?
Take a look.
I never did that. I didn't forward it to anyone.
The forward was sent 41 minutes after the email arrived. It was either you, Everett your PA, or Dominique. My money's on the girlfriend you just dumped. Good timing, Senator.
No, I can't believe she would do that. How would she even know to check my email?
It wouldn't take a genius to figure out you'd learned something that made her obsolete. I want her address. I have to find out where she sent that email.
Of course, but be diplomatic, please. I don't want her so angry that she goes to the...
Excuse me? You're worried about your reputation now?
Take it. Just find Helene.
I intend to.
No dobra.
Great.
Tak. Będziemy
Hello, can I help you?
kojarzy.
Dominique?
Yes.
I'm Malachi Rector, and these are my dear associates. I wanted to speak with you about your relationship with Stephen Markham.
Oh, is this some kind of investigation? Is he in trouble?
Do you want him to be in trouble?
Yes.
Then you'll want to talk to me.
Please, come inside. How can I help you?
Bardzo seksowna. Będziemy musieli ją przeanalizować. Analiza zakończona.
I see you have a bar. Would you mind if I had a drink? It's been a long day.
It's customary to bring your hostess something to serve if this is a social call. If it's not, then you shouldn't be drinking, should you?
Your logic defeats me.
No dobra. Czyli tutaj byśmy mogli zapisać. Do tego nie powtarzać.
I need to step out.
Yes.
Pójdziemy kupić ten alkohol. Już teraz zrobiłem, tylko po prostu gra tu zawiera jakiś taki błąd, że jak się...
I'll be back shortly.
Gra tu zawiera taki błąd po prostu, że jak się nie wykona tego odpowiednio, to nagle się tutaj blokuje i nie ma opcji dialogowych.
Given the recent drama, I think I'll carry a knife with me.
Nie to. Potem alkohol trzeba jeść.
That lounge serves liquor. I should see what they've got.
Dobra, dawaj, dawaj.
They have some top shelf or tongue-loosening gift. Do you sell liquor by the bottle?
Well, if I have it in stock, you're welcome to it.
A hostess gift. Something that will impress without being overly generous.
Well, I have some aged MacGuffin whiskey. The bottle's quite nice. It's $40.
I'll take it.
Dawaj, dawaj.
Here you go, sir.
Dobra, whisky mamy. Teraz jeszcze prezencik dla Dominiki.
I'm going to take these earrings. I have a use for them.
Really? Okay.
Good evening, Dominique. I'm sorry to intrude again, but I did remember to bring you a hostess gift.
Nice. Please, come in.
Thank you. And I saw these antique earrings and very much wanted to see you wearing them.
Oh, they're lovely. You are a gentleman. Please, come sit down with me.
Teraz poprosimy o drineczka.
How can I help you?
Dominique is easily bought. She's warming to me. If I can just get her alone.
Dobrze.
You have a lovely home. It suits you.
That's very sweet of you to say.
You're a very attractive woman.
Thank you. My ego's been a bit bruised lately, so I appreciate that.
You seem quite young to have been dating the senator.
Do you think so? I'm flattered.
I've always had a weakness for women with dark hair.
I quite agree. Your coloring is striking.
I'd like to get to know you better.
Perhaps. I'm still trying to make up my mind about you.
About your relationship with Stephen Markham.
Yes?
When did you start seeing each other?
3 years ago. It's a long time for a callous brush-off, wouldn't you say?
Indeed. Did Stephen ever make you any promises?
When a man takes a woman to bed, he is always making promises, Mr. Rector. Don't you agree?
Oh yes, absolutely. Sex is always a promise.
I'm glad you agree. Not all men do.
Why did Stephen end things between you?
He said we had no future. That it was time to make a clean break. He can't just toss me away. Are you from some kind of ethics committee? I'm willing to testify against him. I've even considered a civil suit. What do you think?
You should sue him. He owes you.
I quite agree. I'm glad you see it my way. Thank you.
Perhaps we could try a little of the whiskey. I'm told it's very good.
It does sound tempting. I'll be right back.
Jest całkiem blisko siedzi nas. Zobaczmy na ten stolik.
I've already read it. That newspaper is quite old. I wonder where she has that. It's Dominique and a group of young doctors, or maybe residents. A letter from the law offices of Jenkins, Hutchinson, Kleinbeck. Interesting. A Dr. Angela Martin has brought a civil suit against Dominique. She claims Dominique tried to poison her. I need to find out if that's true.
No dobra. Przynosi drineczka.
There are a surprising number of mirrors in this place. Dominique must enjoy the sight of her own reflection.
Ile tam jest? Mam jakąś Austin. Na temat...
There are a surprising number of...
Już wiemy.
Most of the artwork in here are cheap. Her furniture is modern with no particular style. Boring. I'd like to get to know you better.
Perhaps.
I was looking at some of your charming photos. You worked at a hospital?
Yes, St. Andrews in Baltimore. I'm a doctor of toxicology.
That's an unusual field. How did you become interested in that?
I was always interested in chemistry, even though my parents didn't approve. The man I dated in college got me interested in toxicology as a discipline.
How admirable. I find a woman with brains fascinating.
Thank you.
You said your parents disapproved of your choice of studies. May I ask why?
They had old-fashioned ideas about a woman's role. They're no longer in my life.
You're better off without people like that trying to tell you what to do.
I quite agree.
What happened to the college boyfriend?
We worked at the same hospital for a while, but he cheated on me with a coworker. It wasn't pleasant.
You must have been angry, and rightfully so.
I was. But we did work in a toxicology lab. Accidents happen, and karma's a bitch. But it is sweet of you to be angry for my sake.
This co-worker of yours, the one your boyfriend cheated with, was her name Dr. Angela Martin by any chance?
How did you know that? You can't believe anything that woman says. She's a liar, and she has no proof I did what she accuses me of doing.
I believe you, of course. I should have enough information now to complete my analysis of Dominique.
To jest co? Medea. No, ona jest Medeą, więc... Już to zrobiłem wcześniej, dlatego teraz tak szybko.
Maybe you should ask your friends to step out so we can have some privacy.
I wish I could. Maybe we could talk in your bedroom.
All right. Follow me.
We'll be back in a moment.
Alone at last. Isn't that the saying? This is what you wanted, isn't it?
It is definitely what I wanted.
I'd really like to enjoy you. But I'm not convinced you're not up to something.
Oh, I'll convince you.
Zamknąć, sprawdzić.
Let's make sure we won't be interrupted.
All right.
Co tu mamy? Szafka, nocna łóżko.
Plain nightstands. I don't think she'd appreciate me. Dominique's bed. It's a bit presidential. That's an impressive view of the river. I wonder if Markham was paying for all this. I already have a sharp object with me.
Sharp object. Czekaj, zapiszmy.
We should talk.
I think
Perhaps this will convince you.
good idea. I knew you were plotting something, Malachi. Too bad I got the chance to move first.
Twoje działania zaburzyły wzór.
I think we should get to know each other intimately.
You okay in there, Miss Freud?
Yes, I'm fine. We just got a little loud.
Such a good liar. Now, you're going to tell me where you forwarded that email about Helene, or I swear to God, I will leave you with a face no man will ever look at again.
No! Please! I'll tell you anything.
No dobra.
Douglas Wilde Carter. He's behind the kidnapping. He promised Markham's girlfriend Dominique that she'd marry Markham if she spied for him. Dominique saw the email you sent to Markham about Helene. She forwarded it to Carter. He has to be behind the kidnapping and those attempts on Walker's life.
Carter. He's a powerful man. But how does he know about Moebius? And why would he want to prevent Markham from becoming president?
I don't know, but I'm going to find out. You must have a file on him.
Yes.
Does he have an historic match?
Not that we've discerned. Of course, my statisticians aren't as good as you are.
Some traitor, perhaps? Benedict Arnold? Send everything you have to my phone.
Done.
I'm going to go see him right now.
Oh, let us deal with it. You don't just barge in on a man like that. We'll need to make a case, do a covert ops.
Fine. Do your investigation, and call me.
Mr. Rector.
Dom Cartera. Nam został. Douglas Wilde Carter. Inwestor funduszy podwyższonego ryzyka i zewnętrzna siła sprawcza wpływająca na amerykańską politykę przełomu XX-XXI wieku. Powszechnie posądzony o kupno zwycięstwa Billa Clintona i Baracka Obamy w wyścigu prezydenckim. Spekuluje się, że jego datki będą miały decydujący wpływ również na nadchodzące wybory prezydenckie. Carter pochodzi z bogatej rodziny, a jego majątek powiększył się jeszcze bardziej dzięki koneksjom oraz pieniądzom rodziny żony, Lauren Smith Waldorf. Para ma dwie córki, Georgię Carter Jameson oraz Jacqueline Carter, ale dziwne imię. Można zapisać grę. Nieraz jest tutaj już dwa błędy w tym rozdziale były takie dziwne.
Mr. Rector to see you, sir.
Malachi Rector. Dominique said you had something you wanted to speak to me about.
I do. I have a proposition for you.
I'm listening.
I'm afraid it's very sensitive. I need to speak with you alone.
Court is my employee. I trust him implicitly.
I'm sure you do, but I don't. Sorry, but I can't risk it.
Very well. Court, please excuse us. Well, what do you have to say, Mr. Rector?
Co mamy mu do powiedzenia?
Mr. Rector, I thought you came here to speak with me.
Yes. So to be blunt, Mr. Carter, I'd like to work for you. I'm done with FETA. They've lost my trust.
Interesting. What makes you think you have a skill I need?
You knew enough about me to have me attacked in Cairo, so you must know I'm the savant. And you appear to be very interested in Moebius technology.
I am indeed. But I'm not clear on exactly what services you can provide as the savant. Can you explain?
I can identify the patterns. My knowledge of history is extensive, and I seem to have a certain intuition that's hard to explain.
I'm intrigued. Perhaps you could give me a demonstration.
I can do it right now, in fact. On you.
Be my guest.
Those men who attacked me in Venice and Cairo, they were yours, weren't they? Who were they?
Does the knife matter or the one who wields it? If you know I hired them, then what difference does it make who they are?
I know you were behind the kidnapping of Helene Bernadotte and my security guard, Mr. Walker. I want Walker back.
Why should I care what you want, Mr. Rector?
Because you need my skills.
Do I?
Perhaps you can tell me something about yourself.
Oh, no, Mr. Rector. That would be cheating. I want to see what you can do without my help.
Douglas Carter, billionaire political backer, a very powerful and clever man. What's his plan? Why does he want to remove Helene if she's the key to the future success of Markham and the United States?
Zobaczmy. Inteligentny, mocna zasłona. Sytuacją. Carter jest dumny, inteligentny i przebiegły. Ukrywał sobie względem człowieka posiadającego władzę i nienawidzi przegrywać.
The pool table is an exquisitely restored antique. Definitely a billionaire's plaything. Carter's family at his daughter's wedding. Carter's family at his daughter's wedding. This photo is recent, and the younger daughter has no escort and no wedding or engagement ring. She appears to be unattached.
Dobra, to już wiemy.
Rank pins from the U.S. Army. These must be Carter's. Carter was a major general in the U.S. Army. Photos of Carter with various political leaders. Carter doesn't hold an office, yet he's clearly cultivated many political connections. This has to represent a lifelong passion. I think I know enough about Carter to do my analysis.
Para dobrana w niebie politycznym. Zeszły miliardy króla z Carter musiał zapłacić dość pokaźny rachunek za swojej najstarszej córki. Georgie Carter z magnatem prasowym Mattem Jamesonem. Jednym z najmłodszych wiceprezesów konglomeratu Clear Channel. Po ceremonii w Katedrze Narodowej odbyło się przyjęcie weselne w hotelu Waszyngton, na którym uwaliły się najważniejsze osoby waszyngtońskich mediów i polityków. Czyli mamy niby dość faktów, żeby tego przeanalizować. Dobra. Analizuj. Kandydatów 6 jest. Siostrza niezamężna. Godzina Wessex. Wykluczenie. Wykluczenie. Członkiem kleru miodłej dziedzicy Tomasa i tym imieniu Doroty. Richard Neville, XVI hrabia Warwick. Neville miał międzynarodowe koneksje, zwłaszcza we Francji, gdzie posiadał rangę kapitana. Próbował zarządzać małżeństwo między Edwardem IV a francuską arystokratką, na który nie wyraził zgody. Był rycerzem i dowódcą brytyjskiej armii. Dzięki zwycięstwom w bitwach zyskał ogromne wpływy. Benedict Arnold. Życia tego ambitnego inteligentu wiązały się po tym, jak wycofał swoje poparcie dla Edwarda IV, wybuchła rebelia przeciwko królowi, której na tronie zasiadł Henryk VI, a Edward został wysłany na wygnanie. Bardzo majętne. No tutaj wszystkich. No to do Douglasa kartel najbardziej pasuje Richard Neville, XVI hrabia Warwick, znany twórcą królów. Ten bogaty i wpływowy człowiek, który wykorzystał swoje sukcesy wojenne, bogactwo oraz sieć wpływów, stał się jedną z najważniejszych osób Brytanii jego czasów. Wyniósł nad siłą dwóch królów Anglii i wydał swoją córkę za przyszłego króla.
I know who you are.
I'm listening.
You're a kingmaker like Richard Neville, the 16th Earl of Warwick. You married your oldest daughter to a media mogul. That kind of control over the press is critical to a kingmaker in this day and age. But your younger daughter, she must marry a politician. And not just any politician, but the politician. You're not trying to destroy Senator Markham, not the man who could be the greatest president of all. No, you want him in the family, where you can be his puppet master. That's why you wanted to get rid of Livia Drusilla, so that your daughter can take her place.
Forgive me, Mr. Rector, but that's a little frightening.
The best weapons are always frightening. So do you want me in your employ or not?
Name your terms.
I want Captain Walker returned, unscathed.
Is that all? No financial demands?
We can talk about money later.
I'm not convinced about Walker. He's too loyal to the rulebook and the flag. He'll be trouble.
I'll keep Walker on a tight leash. That's not your problem.
Don't misinterpret this, Rector, but you're a beautiful man. I believe you can keep Walker on a leash. Very well, but I'm not a fool. I'm going to need proof that you're willing to switch sides. What can you offer that will convince me?
This data key has a file on FITA employees. It's yours if you give me what I asked for.
Yes, this is quite acceptable. We have a deal. Captain Walker's still alive, and I've requested that he be kept that way.
I wouldn't get your men excited if I were you. The location in Qatar has already been sent, and Dexter knows I'm here.
What makes you think I'll let you walk out of here? Do you really think I care that Dexter knows you're here?
You're the Kingmaker. You tried to kill Captain Walker because he's presumably my moral compass or some such nonsense. But the Savant you want to control, you want that very much.
If I can't control you, no one else will.
You've read my profile. I have no loyalty. FITA does not control me. They're merely an expedient means to an end at the moment.
I would have been more expedient. I can keep him alive. Now he'll be dead before anyone can get there.
But you already gave your instructions. And that secured phone is your only quick line of communication with them.
Why wouldn't I simply text them again and change my mind?
Go ahead.
Jesus Christ! You're insane!
Till we meet again, Mr. Carter.
Śmieszne to było trochę. Odnajdując światło.